Hey, it's Nova. It's part 3 of our County Crossing. Yes, part 3 of our County Crossing build. I did not want to do 3 parts to this, but we still have like an entire half of the settlement to get through. Okay, so I kind of breezed through last time this section. I didn't really explain. Since this is like the first house that you're really gonna see, I only built like 2 houses for this settlement specifically. So that was kind of nice. But when I build houses, I love to leave gaps in the walls. So if you see any gaps in the walls, just know that that is intentional. Um, I lived outside, for a lack of better phrasing. I was, I mean, yeah, no, I was homeless for a pretty long time in my life. And when you sleep outside that much, you get really used to sleeping outside. And there are some parts that when you move back inside that you really miss and you want to bring with you. So like in my builds with very specific houses, I will leave holes and gaps and stuff in the building just so that like in my headcanon, in my role play, this is a craftsperson. This is a builder that lives in my settlement and can absolutely patch up those holes whenever they want to. so so it's like it is kind of like a little funny. I did see when I watched back the second part. I was like, I should probably explain that because it is funny to be like, this is my builder's house, and there's like massive gaps in it and stuff. But yeah, so let's start with stilts. I think that's where we were gonna start last time, but I didn't actually end up going up. So starting out, I'm playing with a mod. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet. That lets you take assets from other guns and add them. There's not like a examine the gun button, is there? But yeah, you can add them. So I like I got an alternator based off the Apex alternator, but it's just the double barrel attached to a submachine gun and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, so I've thrown up a bunch of these like wacky guns everywhere. I think that's what the mod's called. Um, but yeah, uh, throwing them up all over the place as decoration. Coming around to the main part of oh, the stick drift is driving me crazy right now. How are you gonna rotate? Ooh, 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 ooh. Hell yeah. Okay, 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 okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
Thanks for
on.
your help, friend.
You're welcome. Hey, can you do me a solid? Can you like pick this up?
What did they want? Damn gunners.
Oh,
They're just raiders with fancier weapons. They'll attack anyone they think is too weak to defend themselves. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
yeah, that works. So this is our bartender, dining area section. Uh, Free refills because we're fancy like that.
Yes?
Butchery kitchen area. Get yourself something nice to eat. So Stilts is like in my head canon like the nice place that you go when you want to get like a really nice treat, and so it's got all the nice amenities in it. But you here down here you have Sarah's Bistro, which is sort of like the casual every day on your way into guard duty. You're gonna stop by Sarah's Bistro for some coffee before you get started, kind of vibe. Um, we'll actually go into Sarah's in a second. This is the house that just kind of comes with or comes in the game, and I didn't really do anything to change it. I just sort of tacked. I moved the mattress and threw in a sleeping bag. Um, but I tacked on this like industrial asset that I got from the mod that I'm uh, role playing as a smelter for our trader here. So this trader is the trader for the junkyard behind them. So got a bunch of junky or scrap junk assets around here. some ingots, because a big part of what the scrapyard does is break things down into raw materials. So some ingots for sale,
Yeah.
and then back here we have some like robots, and they're like these wrench tool bent or horizontal things that NPCs will work on and stuff throughout the day. And then these, I've never seen these anywhere in the game. I don't know what these are. They're like something, but at night they glow. It's kind of cool. I hate the way they look, but they're the only thing that looks like just sheets of steel. And so I was like, okay, that's what we got, so that's what we'll use. Coming around, we have some stuff to be thrown into the furnace here. This is what's our smelter. Get thrown in. We have some power armor that's being broken down into its more base components, and anything that does work is being scrapped and sent off to other places to be used in maintaining their power armor. More robots to be broken down, stuff. This bus kind of got squeezed into the build limit, so I can't really add anything around it or inside of it too much. So what we got inside is just some sleeping bags that the people who work in the scrapyard use. I've role played as they're kind of like me in that way of like, you know, they don't really need too much. They're like, we got a place to sleep and that's it. And there's four of them. You know, they probably like a family unit of some kind, friends or family, and so they're kind of similar in that way. And that, at least that's the role play I use to justify the fact that I can't. I mean, I could sit here and try my hardest to like use rugs and stuff to squeeze things in here, but I'm not too good at the rug and pillar glitches and stuff, and so yeah, that's where we're at for right now. Um, got a little stim pack on camping supplies. This is a mod I have installed that gives me grenades that let me build beds out in the wasteland to make survival mode kind of tolerable. Um, Weapons workbench area, little Santa Claus, keeping everybody happy. And then yeah, back around here this way, we'll see Sarah's Bistro. Got the sign, got the meat hanging off the conduit. She likes to cook it that way. I don't know. Some people like it. It's a special here at Sarah's Bistro. It's conduit cooked meat. Coming around, we have a little seating area for some of the guests here at Sarah's. Little coffee machine for people. Sink to keep your hands clean for Sarah and yourself as well. Cooking station, and my personal favorite thing to do everywhere I go all the time ever. If there is a puddle and I see it, you best believe there will be a spigot. It must happen. Some nut fruit for decoration, primarily because the settlement needs a lot of food, and so I had to throw out some nut fruit in some places. But yeah, some nut fruit for decoration. The guardhouse over here, pretty simple. You know, you got some lanterns for lighting. It's next to the house for the water, which is honestly more impressive to build. More impressive thing to build. There's like some weird stuff I had to do. We used a rounded wall on that, but here we just got a billboard kind of acting as the wall, and then some dressers holding missile launcher and then a missile. Sleeping bag for the guard, gas mask and stuff sitting on top of the dresser, and then yeah, the water shack. Coming back down, we have the bunker that we saw from the outside. It's kind of converted into like dining area for Sarah's. Uh, but yeah, you know, obviously if like an attack were to be happening, you wanna be sitting here. But you know, sometimes you don't know that attack is about to happen. So yeah, sit at your own risk. Lawyers don't exist in this world anymore, so Sarah's is fine for now. We have the psycho's supposed to be hidden a little bit more under that chair. There we go. We got a chair with some psycho hidden under it. Chessboard, some dog food. You know, Sarah's isn't well known for their cooking. They're mostly known for their coffee. Coming around, we have that low section of wall that we saw in the first video, or in part one. back around this way, we have a little sleeping area for guards. This one looks more secretive, and it's got the TV in it and everything. So I feel like I'm not supposed to know that one exists. But coming back up around, we have our guardhouse using the asset from I want to say it's the ambush kit. Um, it's my first time really using this asset, and so it's pretty cool. I quite like it. It's nice to have a third guardhouse option. Uh, Back around this way, we have a harpoon gun, and then come back around here. Like to keep that closed. I sort of treat it as another wall. I wish they had like a don't. This one doesn't open door option for these big barn doors, especially. Um, but, but yeah, looking out around here, we have our water purifier section out there. There's our smelter. And back again. Santa Claus hanging out on top of stilts. And then yeah, this is sort of like a guardhouse kind of guest house area. So if a guest is coming and they need a place to stay, this is where we're gonna put them up at. But in the interim, while nobody's here, the guards usually just sleep in here. Sometimes like a farmer will crash in here or something. But yeah, you got yeah, some couch seating, kitchen area. I like to keep my kitchens trying to look as unique as possible. I feel like you can have a lot of fun with the kitchen spot. Um, Radio, place to dine and eat, um, chair for watching uh, people sleep, I guess. Bedside table, bunk beds. Yeah. Here you have our guardhouse. This is for our soft power. Yeah, I thought it was funny to give this guard in particular, because they're standing next to the two spotlights, to give them the mining helmet, so that when you're out there at night, it does kind of look like there's two spotlights up here at first. Um, but yeah, I think that's everything on this portion of the build. So I think that this was part 3 that kind of concludes it all. Let me know in the comments what you think of the build, if you have any recommendations. Majority of what's keeping us from like adding a bunch of decorations on the walls and stuff like that is just when you're playing on PS4. When you do walls, lights underground, and there's a couple other things that I'm kind of forgetting right now. But yeah, there's a couple things that just like will pretty instantly glitch out your stuff. So you got to be kind of careful. Um, yeah, like I had a bunch of posters here at first. I had to delete. I had a bunch of mutt fruit all over the place. Over here, this was right before I started recording. I'll show you this and I'll stop the video. This was like filled with mutt fruit, and before I started recording, I had to go through and like pick up individually all the mutt fruit until my video started artifacting, and this is what we were left with. And so like the steel balls and everything, I was about to go through and pick those up too, but it ended up okay after I picked up the mutt fruit in there. But like, yeah. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Hell yeah. Windmills are stupid.